Hello everyone, welcome back to Gent Watches, and today we are going to be continuing with Death Note. This is going to be episode 13 of the show. Episode 13, okay, so we are not quite nearly halfway, but we're nearly halfway through the show. 13 episodes, I mean, that's the end of like a core normally, you know? After 13 episodes, that's an entire core. And this is a, you know, vaguely 3-core anime essentially. So yeah, we're about a third through, which is pretty cool because I mean, it has felt like it feels like we're way more than 13 episodes in. It feels like there's been like 25 episodes because they pack so much story into these episodes. It feels like it moves at a fast pace. So yeah, last time and we got some backstory. We got more stuff about Misa and Rem. There's just a lot of cool stuff going on. I don't need to recap it, but regardless, I am keen to get into this episode. I don't know where we're going right now other than just Light is trying to track down Misa, essentially. Are they going to meet in this episode? I think last time I predicted that they would meet in this episode. I think I said, like, oh, episode 13 is when they're going to meet, I think. So let's see if that prediction is true. I can't remember if I said 13 or 14, but I think I said 13. So let's see if that prediction is true and they meet up in this episode. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how confident I am in that theory anymore. Regardless, if you want to watch the full length and early access, or if you want to watch episode 14 right now, you can go to my Patreon account in the description below and check that out. Subscribe to my Patreon and you get access to a bunch of full-length videos and manga reviews that I do that are exclusive to Patreon, and other stuff and future stuff. You know, I'm probably going to do polls in the future and some other cool stuff, so just, you know, go and check it out. Okay, so let's just jump into episode 13 of Death Note. Confession. Okay, who's confessing what? Is Misa confessing?
A journal? What is that idiot up to?
Oh
now?
no, hopefully the journal isn't the Death Note. I doubt it, but
Besides, he can't see my Shinigami unless he touches my Death Note. How's he planning to do that?
I don't know, but
Hey, Rem.
what if that was the Death Note page? I don't think it was, but
my own lifespan, even though I have Shinigami eyes. Do you think you could tell me again?
oh,
Humans who possess a Death Note cannot see each other's lifespan, even with the eyes.
oh, so she can't
22nd.
see
A
Light's
friend and I showed off
lifespan?
our notebooks in Aoyama. Almost positive that the real message from this diary is the one regarding Aoyama. But it
What do you think? Is it real?
Oh yeah, what do you tell L?
have to be careful not to say too much. Better. I mean, it's completely obvious he wants to meet Kira at the home game.
I was gonna be like, I don't think so. Here's what I think.
This message
And guess
would
the entire
create
thing.
An immediate panic, and the game would have to be cancelled.
To be honest, it's so stupid. From what we've witnessed, it's safe to say the second Kira admires the real.
That's
one.
true.
Give his
Oops.
word to the Kira. I say we make it public, and we air an announcement canceling the game.
Okay.
I understand, and I agree to meet you there.
Ryuzaki, you
Huh.
don't honestly expect him to go there if we set up checkpoints around the dome, do you?
I don't think that Kira would even consider it, but it's possible the other way.
Oh.
It all depends. on how stupid
Testing
he
how
is.
stupid Misa is.
However,
Interesting.
assuming he's not actually the idiot we think he is.
At the very least, I have to obtain his notebook. And in the worst case, I may end up having to kill everyone there.
Oh my god.
in Shibuya in the hopes that we might catch or something.
That's
We
a
should also arrange
those are
to have
pretty
our
large
officers
places,
in both
aren't there?
locations on
Aren't
these
they?
days.
Aoyama and Shibuya are like
Probably go to
massive.
Aoyama and Shibuya since I blend in with the crowd there, you know? The second Kira will be there looking for Kira, not for the police.
What does Elle think? Oh,
talk more about
because
our
Elle
trip
still
tomorrow.
doesn't fully trust him, so.
Sounds good, Light. See you tomorrow.
When you two are working together, I want you to keep a close eye on Light the entire time.
Smart.
And please keep this between you and me.
I'm home.
Considering it's, we know it's 100%.
Quite late today.
Yeah. It's because I was hanging out with my girlfriend.
Oh.
You were?
18 and I'm in university now. Of course I have a girlfriend.
Okay, well don't rub it in.
Huh? A boyfriend? What's that supposed to
Although when I was
Right?
18 and
Aren't you
in
going to have
university, I
dinner?
did have a girlfriend,
Actually,
so.
I'm still full from room service at the hotel. We need to have a little talk.
Should have known.
And
He's
I'd
got some
appreciate an
questions,
answer
probably.
if you could.
About the
If two
Shinigami eyes?
happened to meet
Oh.
in the human world,
I'd say it's against the rules unless I had their permission first.
Oh, okay.
and if this kind of situation did arise, I can assume that you'll act the way you normally do?
Yeah. Even if I see another human with a Shinigami, I'm not gonna tell you.
Well, I definitely think you've got the right approach.
Thanks.
Aoyama is a big area.
Yep.
I was searching for possible meeting places when I stumbled across this. You might be smarter than I thought. Blue place is definitely worth checking out.
Oh,
What's the
as in
point of doing
Aoyama,
it if you
because
don't want
Ao
to
means
find out that
blue,
you're Kira? You really
and
think
Note
it's worth
because
the
Death Note.
risk?
I'm guessing that's the code that they're talking about, which isn't explained in the English dub.
So what's going on here? Nice to meet you.
Oh my
This is my cousin
gosh.
Taro. Oh yeah, he also told me he's looking for a girlfriend, so does anyone want to volunteer?
Hey, I never said that.
That's really embarrassing.
I doubt that anyone would ever suspect that there was a police detective hanging around with these students.
No one would be able to tell which one of us is stolen.
Ah, that's
It's
smart.
also a good defense against L's surveillance cameras.
Whoa.
Found you.
Huh? Is that Misa?
He's Kira. I
Oh,
can't believe it. I never thought it would be this easy to find him.
wow. Wow, yeah, that simplifies things.
Hi, Kira. Nice to meet you. I'm the one who sent
But
you
she said
messages
Moon
with all this
Yagami.
people
She
around.
misread the
I
kanji?
know his name now, so I can easily find out all about him.
Okay. The Death Note will not affect those under 780 days old. Oh, so it doesn't kill babies. That's good to know. What? If the victim's name is misspelled 4 times, it's useless. What? That's massive.
It's written as Moon, but read as Light.
Oh, she got it.
Light Yagami. Who would have ever thought that Kira would be so young and handsome? Everything about him is better than I imagined. I even know his home address now.
Oh my
So we were there
god.
both days. In Aoyama on the 22nd and in Shibuya on the 24th, and we observed
She's
nothing
pretty
of
smart.
significance
She
on either
figured it
occasion.
out.
Ryuzaki, apparently Sakura TV has just received another message from the second Kira.
Okay.
It was postmarked on the 23rd.
I'm happy to say that I have found Kira.
Impossible. Where in Aoyama?
The only ones from the task force who went to Aoyama are Matsuda and Light Yagami. Is Light really Kira?
Oh,
Still,
it's
there's no
upping
proof
his
it didn't happen in
suspicion.
Aoyama. He may not have made contact yet.
Elle looking up at Light. Oh, I love it.
We need to negotiate with him to see if we can get Kira's real name.
That's the last thing you wanted to hear, right?
You'll be used and disposed of. Consider your own life for a moment. Yours,
Look
like
at her
every other life,
face.
has an intrinsic value.
Where are you going?
To introduce myself.
Wait, to Light?
So this is what you meant.
Oh, could that be your father?
Oh my god. They are meeting in this episode. Did I nail it? And he's gonna have to say this is his girlfriend.
Good evening.
Oh my god. They're meeting! I can't believe it!
Death Note.
She also said her name.
She's the fake Kira. I already told you about her.
This episode is full of interesting stuff.
However, you can't see the lifespan of any person who possesses a Death Note.
No kidding. I have to admit, even I wasn't aware of that little detail.
Well, now you've managed to find me.
If you want, I could be your eyes.
Oh.
So, would you please make me your girlfriend?
Oh my god.
Girlfriend?
I mean,
Yes,
it kind of helps.
I wish you'd understand that.
but look,
She was in
these
disguise.
are pictures of me when I went to Aoyama that day.
And is that a different school uniform
I'm
than
sure
she
no
know
one would recognize her
than
from
she
this.
has?
And what about your fingerprints?
It's not like I do these things without thinking about them first. I had her take care of all of the dubbing, so my fingerprints wouldn't be on the tape.
Oh my
Then I
gosh.
took them from her, added the Kira graphic, and recorded the message with that voice effect.
Wow.
If you want me to kill her, just say so and I'll kill her. If you really still can't trust me, then here, I'll even let you hold on to my death note,
Whoa.
but you just be holding it. Now there's no way I could possibly kill you.
Oh.
And if I become a burden to you, then you can just
This
kill
is
me,
so
okay?
interesting because she would be so useful. She would be incredibly useful.
But
Why are you so suspicious of me? I already told you I don't care even if all you do is use me. Believe me.
and she has promised to obey me from now
Also, she outsmarted you. She figured out who you were before you figured out who she was. I mean, that's pretty impressive. The 3 gasps.
I'll try my hardest to make you love me. I promise.
Oh my god. Oh my god, there's 2 of them now. 2 Kiras. Oh my god. What an episode that was. There's so much interesting happening there. So I like how it's like the start of the episode they really went hard on how stupid they perceived Misa to be. And it's like, yeah, she's not as smart as Kira. She is more emotionally driven. And also Light is one of the smartest people that ever. he's incredibly intelligent. Like, even if you took away all this Death Note planning stuff, like, he still like gets perfect scores on his exams and all that sort of stuff. Like, he's an incredibly smart boy. So anyone compared to Light or L would be stupid. But with that being said, like, obviously she has a lot of help, but at the same time, Misa devised a plan to find out who Light was and did it immediately without Light knowing. Like, she but she found out who Light was. And that is pretty major, because nobody in this show has done that so far. Light hasn't found out who Elle is, Elle hasn't found out who Light is. Or, for the most part. They haven't confirmed their identities. But she, right away, she was like, she set up an entire thing. She sat at a cafe, she looked out, she went, that's Kira. Got it. And she went home. And that was it. She could have killed Light then and there if she wanted to. If her goals were different, if she wanted to become the new Kira, she could have easily just written Light Yagami and heart attack, done. He's dead. And then now she can just, she can just take on Kira's whole thing. But instead, she actually does really want to be a pawn for Light to use, which is terrifying, because that means, if Light uses her properly, then they are going to be nigh unstoppable. Like, if they do this the right way, Light is basically going to have the Shinigami eyes without having to give up half his lifespan. And she gave up half her lifespan, but she has a Shinigami's lifespan because she got the lifespan of the Shinigami who fell in love with her. So theoretically, her lifespan could have been 200 years, and it was cut in half to 100. So she could, Light and her could still live, for bloody ages. So that is crazy. And then, imagine if then Ryuk fell in love with Light, and Light just got all of Ryuk's years as Ryuk died. That would be funny. That is not what's going to happen in this show, but funny thing to think about. So yeah, it's interesting that the name and number, or the name and lifespan, appears above everyone's heads except for people with the Death Note. It works on multiple levels, because it works as a for a story reason of okay, well, they don't need to know the lifespan of Death Note users because they're the ones who are deciding the deaths of people. And also it helps get Misa to find out who Light is pretty easily. But it also works from a show perspective, because it's that's kind of a spoiler. If she looked at Light and it showed how long Light had to live, like, and it said, you know, he's gonna die in 10 years or whatever. It's like, we don't need to know that, you know. That's a spoiler, because it means that either Light dies via Death Note, or he's gonna survive this whole show for 10 years or whatever. So they avoided that whole pitfall, which is good. We found out some crazy things from the mid episode thing. I know someone on my Patreon account, I believe, commented saying about how you know, like the eye catches of these episodes have really interesting information, and they do, and I've noticed them a few times. I've talked about them a couple times, but for the most part, they're mostly reiterating stuff we already know. But we found out that it basically can't kill babies, which is good from a moral standpoint. So you can't go back in time and kill Hitler as a baby. You just can't do that with the Death Note, right? So that's good to know. And also, if you misspell a victim's name 4 times, the Death Note is useless. That feels massive. Like, that feels like, I mean, it is possible that is just something, because the fact that it's in a mid episode scene makes me think it won't come into play, because I feel like they would want to reveal that as a character saying it rather than in that way. But that is crazy. That is really crazy. But yeah, now we've got Misa on the team, theoretically. I think Light wants to kill her eventually, but he wants to probably use her to the fullest and then straight up kill her. So insane. Anyway, that's it. That's the episode. I'm gonna wrap it up there. So thank you very much for watching. This was a great episode. I can't believe it. So yeah, thank you for watching episode 13 of Death Note with me. Please make sure to go to my Patreon account, because then my Patreon account, you'll be able to watch full-length and early access reactions. So you can watch the next episode right now on Patreon. And also make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. That stuff really, really helps me out, so please make sure to do that. But thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.